Kids and cadets, welcome back to Tommy Time. Just a quick video on this. It's a 2018 Poulan Pro, the PP19A42. 19 is it's a 19 horsepower and it's got a 42-inch deck with a 10-year limited warranty, reinforced. So the story behind this thing is I've mentioned before, I've been cutting my neighbor's lawn down the street. He had been in the hospital. I didn't think it was for a year, but I finally talked to him. He said he was in the hospital for a year. Hadn't really noticed anyway. He pulled up while I was working on some other machines, and he said, "My neighbor told me you've been cutting my grass." I said, "Yeah." He says, "I want you to have the rider mower in the backyard," and he handed me the key. I says, I can't take that. He says, let's go down there and we'll look at it together. I'll give you money for it. So he drove, I walked, we went in the backyard. I saw this fine beauty. Looked complete under a tree. Vines have been growing on it. Some of the various plants. Battery 21, 9th month of 21. I got a new Walmart battery. $30 plus $1.50 environmental fee plus tax, and you give them the core. I gave him an old one. You don't have to pay the $12 core. I saw this behind his house. I said, "Oh, does that go to the Poulan?" He said, "Yeah," but I ended up getting another tire. He said, "This has a hole in it." I said, "I'll take the rim. I can always use the rim." So I snatched up the rim. So he said, whenever I've let it sat, I've just put gas in the tank and kept cranking it, and it would start. So we got to see if that's true, but I don't think it is. We're going to do something a little bit more. Let me give you the engine number while I'm here. The 180522 Zebra David 44828. So what I've done off camera, I took the old battery out. I went ahead and grabbed a 1/2-inch open end, took off the solenoid, bunch of brown gas came down, undid the filter here. This is a gravity feed. Little bit of crappy fuel came out. I looked in the tank and I could see a little bit of layer of water pooling right there, but it's not making it back to the downspout because my trailer's on a little bit of an angle. So what I did is I took this little funnel, I funneled some gas through without the solenoid, let that drip out. That's where we are. So I've got this little bottle, I put fresh gas in it. The reason it's red is I had some ATF in here. I was doing a little Lawrence Carroll shine on a mower, and there was just a little bit of a residue of ATF, so that's not going to make a pinhole of a difference. So I've got gas here. I'm going to inject some gas here, put the battery in, and see if this thing starts. So I've had an issue with another Intech, a 19.5 on a John Deere with a bad camshaft. So I hope I don't with this, because that'll be a pisser. So I gave $100 for it. So I ran home. He met me here, then he went back down there. He's selling it to an investor. So by the time I got the truck and trailer hooked up, the owner of the house had gone and the investor was poking around. I thought, oh shit, he sees me pushing this out of the backyard. He's going to think I'm stealing it. But luckily my neighbor said, hey, there's a guy coming back. He's going to be taking the rider mower, so don't shoot him. No, I don't know if he said that, but luckily I didn't have to explain myself. It was already taken care of. So that's the story with this thing, vines and all. Let me throw a battery in it. I just got this battery a few days ago. So this is an automatic, the Poulan Pro. So it's got the pull out. I had thought about pushing it up the street, but the heat index is 110. I didn't want to have a stroke pushing this thing. Pushing it out of the backyard was enough. I parked the truck and trailer in the street, and I didn't have far to go. But if I would have pushed it up the street, it would have been ridiculously hot. And I don't want anybody picking me up off the side of the road. You know what I mean? So kind of blasting through this video. I've got a Quantum to fix. Somebody brought me a Craftsman rear wheel drive with a Quantum. I should be working on that, but I'm not. Had breakfast with Uncle Brad, my son, my brother, my friend Matt, who's the two-cycle vintage motorcycle guru of Manatee County, and his friend Gary. So we had a nice breakfast. We all agree you can't screw up breakfast. If you screw up breakfast, then there's no hope in the restaurant business for you. So that worked out. Now I got a lot of energy. This kind of popped into my plate an hour ago, so I kind of had to drop everything. I wish I had 2 or 3 assistants to keep going where I leave off. So that should be tight enough. So the Poulan, I'll grab you and discuss a couple of things. Seat had water in it. We had a lot of rain recently, and the mosquitoes were starting to show their larvae. So I dumped that thing right away when we were looking at it, get rid of the mosquitoes. 960-460077 on the product. The model PP19A42. Serial 071818 David 080235. So maybe the 7th month, 18th day of 2018, something like that. And looks like Husqvarna makes it. Here's a bunch of Husqvarna part numbers. Husky. I think that's one of them vape cartridges. I don't know. So that's that. I got the parking brake on. Let me bottle feed this thing like a baby. I'm gonna fill the bowl and try it. If it runs, this will be a good deal for 100. I've been getting stuff with 2 flat tires, dead batteries, rusty decks. This one, it looks fairly good if I can clean it up a little bit. You know what I mean? I'll just have a battery into it and maybe a carb clean. But it was pretty varnishy when I had the solenoid off. I had to manually take the plunger and break it free from all the varnish buildup. I had to take some nitro and break the plunger free. I got that free and clear and put it back on. So let me keep filling this till it fills the hose. It'd be good to open up the cap. It's like putting ketchup on French fries. So this guy is moving. He says he's moving to North Georgia, to Blairsville, and I know a few people that have gone up in that area and they love it. So I hope he's happy in North Georgia. It's northeast of Atlanta, Cumming, Blairsville, Hiawassee. I've been up there on a motorcycle ride. Nice country. Okay, my kids were up in North Georgia as well when they were younger. Okay, so that probably put enough fuel in it. I hope it did to start. So let me get up there, turn the key, and we'll see if it runs for a little bit. I'll sit on the mosquito larvae. This thing is really dirty and it's full of sugar ants. When I took the battery out, there was a sugar ant nest. This thing's all brown and slimy. Okay, what do we need to do? Where's the... Okay, I'm gonna choke it. I was just looking for the throttle. Well, at least it's turning over. The camshaft is not faulty. Compression release. Okay, let's continue to work on this thing. I'm gonna juice up the bowl some more, and worst comes to worst, see all the sugar ants. So this, I'll show you. Don't let me leave you until I discuss the dealer sticker, or the service company that's been doing this service. He said he had new belts put on. Looks like the air filter's clean. Wow. He did a lot of work on this thing. He told me everything that was done. He's not, I don't think he's the type of guy to work on his own stuff. We got vines, so he took it to this shop. So let me get organized. I've got my gas can here. I've got to fill up my little drip bottle some more. So what else? Good breakfast. I got plenty of energy. Kind of had a sore throat beginning of the week, but now I'm doing better. Kind of got into my chest. After my sore throat went to my chest, and I've been blowing my nose, so it's always something. I've been taking vitamins. Hopefully within the next 24 hours, I'm over this nonsense. It kind of slowed me down. I wasn't too motivated to do anything the last few days. And I hate that, because I always want to be fixing something. Okay, I want to bring the fuel up to the top of the hose, then I know. Okay, there we are. Finally, that That topped it off. Where can I tuck the hose? I'll only lose a little bit there. It's dripping, but let me jump back up there. Dyno, if it don't start, you gotta do something. I don't know what. You kind of ancient, but there's got to be something you can do. Clucky's always helping me, and you don't do crap. Okay, let's get up here. We'll choke it. Okay, no camshaft deal on this one. Thank the lawnmower gods and goddesses. So, saw the cockroaches run for dear life. The ants have scrambled. So it's still, or it started surging, it's still surging. So that probably means I gotta take it off and manhandle the carb. It's probably too gummy from sitting a year. What do you guys think for $100 battery and labor carb clean on this thing? I'm pretty happy. Like I said, usually they come in with 2 flats, other issues, rusty decks. This thing's still got a shine on it. There's my ants. So it just needs some, not sandblasting, water blasting, pressure washing. Sitting under a tree, we got green. Oh, there they went. They came to this side. They all got eggs. Hopefully they don't find their way into my kitchen, but look at them scramble. They're really pissed off. Oh, they're really going to town right there on the starter. So it just needs some defoliant. Yep, so I guess they did put blades on it. Blades are not sandblasted, they're just rusty from sitting on the ground. It's just from ground moisture coming up and putting surface rust. Like I said, all the wheels held air. I didn't even have to add air to these things. So yeah, I think $100. I think I did good compared to what I've been buying for 100. That seems to be my standard price for mowers is 100, and they've needed a lot more than this thing needs. So let me know what you think. Who wants a plant? Okay, see you guys. I think I gave you everything. Engine number, I gave you that. 2018 Poulan Pro 42-inch deck. Sticker here says 2018, and the serial number says 2018. The first two digits here, your year, 18. If you want to take a picture of that, QR code. Okay, that's all I got for you guys. I'm gonna drop this and go on to that Quantum. I should have done that first. I might have to put that guy off another day. And then I got somebody else bringing two machines, so maybe I can fix one of his two. I know one's a Toro recycler, not sure about the second one. So he's going to be here any minute now. So you guys have a nice day. Tip you waitress and wait staff. Adios amigos. I could probably make this thing Lawrence Carroll shine. What do you think? I wish I had a little ATF nearby, but I think I do. So let's just show Lawrence what we can do. I know where I put it because I was using it yesterday to fill a tractor tire that was leaking. So I had put some in my squirt bottle. I took the needle out of the valve so I could manually squirt ATF in it, 4 ounces. So let's put a little Lawrence Carroll shine on this. This is the extra edition. Probably cleaning the mold and dirt off first would help, but it just gives me an idea of what it may look like with a little elbow grease. But the Florida sun's really strong. Even cars a couple years old, the UV burns off the clear coat and they look terrible. It's just the nature of southern living. Okay, your bonus edition's over with. Still work to be done. Better though. From 10 feet it'll show some shine. Kind of dull. This is shiny here. It'll be good for picture taking. And then people show up and they'll be like, holy shit, this thing looks rougher than a something. See you guys.